Fighting has become a way of life, not only between government and its allies, the Janjaweed allies, and the resistance movements, but now between the resistance movements who spread into the land and other tribes, Arab tribes, and both of them were with the government for one time. But now they are just struggling for land, more land, unfortunately. So it's becoming very bad. It's worsening every day, actually.
Where would you lay the blame?
Oh, centralization, actually. When you have a dictatorship, it means a monopoly of all power and all wealth. Of course, it's an old tradition, centralization in the Sudan. It's the British. A bureaucracy here in Khartoum and a government here, which is highly, all services are concentrated in Khartoum. But we did not go fast enough as awareness has developed in these areas to spread actually education and health and means of communication and roads and water supply, network of electricity and so on. That is the real problem actually for Darfur now.
Americans have described what's happening in Darfur as a genocide. Do you agree with them?
It's not a deliberate policy of genocide. You know, the government, actually, because the army rank and file is from Darfur, they can't fight their own people. Some of the Air Force people, they were asked to go and bombard, and they came back and said, well, these are only villages, we can't burn them down. There's no enemy there, no camps, no cars or tanks or anything. So they were sentenced against orders and jailed. And unfortunately, these nomadic Arab tribes, mostly Sudanese, but in the belt of Sudan, west of Sudan, they are creeping into the Sudan because of desertification phenomenon. And they were armed and trained to fight because there's no other force. I mean, it's a continent, nobody can control it.
They're getting covert and both overt support.
By the government, yes. But the government didn't order them to commit genocide, but they are wild people.
UN peacekeepers have been proposed to be deployed in Darfur, and they are to be deployed within the next 1 month. Do you believe they are very necessary on the ground?
Well, actually, we advise the government. Well, the best idea is to focus on the problem and settle it. Just like the same model in South, give them the same model, and it's over. You don't need African forces. You don't need European or United Nations forces anymore. We don't need to exert, humanity to bring in their soldiers into a different country, different climate, and to die for us, actually. We could have settled it. But the government refused. They thought they would use force to settle it. They couldn't. They failed.